Hello everybody, it is Beverly and I'm still making memories here in Georgia. So it's the last, well technically tomorrow's the last full day that I'm here. So today and tomorrow are my last days. We haven't done a ton of stuff and I've enjoyed the heck out of that. Tuesday was Taco Tuesday. We went to a great place called, I think it was called Soon Tacos. I think that's what it was called. I'm rocking here. I need to stop. It is 87 degrees here. 87 or 88 right now. It is a hot 87 or 88. According to the weather app, it's like, oh, it's 87 or 88, but feels 87 or 88. And I'm like, maybe to you southerners. So yeah, so I thought, I'm here. My uncle's off getting some more testing done. He went yesterday too. Those are the wind chimes. She's got a big set of wind chimes. If you heard that, the breeze is real light coming through. I'm going to turn it around in a minute here and show you what my view is off the porch. I'm sitting on a glider, like a little glider thing. Over, I'm already doing that, like I have in a different way. So let me turn it around and show you some stuff while I'm here, okay? I've had a really rough time doing any feeding at all, or live feeds, any feeding, any live feeds at all. You have to excuse everything about me today. My MS has kicked in pretty bad. I don't have any pain pills left because here in the United States, they treat anybody and everybody who needs pain pills to even remotely survive in a way that makes your life even semi-acceptable. They treat you like you're a druggie. So, God forbid, not only did I run out of pain pills, which I take a narcotic, so it's that helps me. It's not a really high dose, and I shouldn't even explain. This is what it does to you. Okay, I have 5 autoimmune diseases, still kind of recovering from cancer that I had right about 6 months ago. Not even quite 6 months ago. No, 5 months ago, 4 months ago. Still recovering from the removal of an organ. We'll just put it at that. Still doing that. Every day of my life is painful, and I'm not complaining. Please don't take it that way. But I am complaining about the fact that you can't just simply live in a free world, a first world country. You can't live without pain, without being plopped into an entire group of anybody who ever has touched a pain medication, which includes those who are addicted. And one thing I am not, and I can guarantee it, is addicted. This is my 2nd day, I think, off of the pain pills. 3rd day. This is my 3rd day off of the pain pills. If I was addicted, I'd be puking and all of that stuff. It does attack my pain. It'll take that. Sorry, my arm is... I'm not using the gimbal because it seems to have really not wanted to act right for me. I haven't even had it that long. It's a DJI. I think it's a DJI Gimbal 3. And I bought the 3 because everybody said that was the best one. Even though it was like, I think it's gone up 1 or 2 more easily. I think it's gone up 2 more. But anyway, so let me go back to the pain. And this is one of my things with my MS. I do it normally anyway, so I'm not going to lie. But with my MS, my brain just doesn't want to function fully. So, I got up here, or I got down south. I keep saying up. I'm up north, they're down south. But I keep saying up here. But I got down here, and I knew I had pain meds that were going to need to be renewed. So, being a responsible person, not an addict, I called my doctor well, no, I didn't even call my doctor. I called my pharmacist and I explained. She looked it up. She goes, yes, I see that, you know, this is when they're due. I said, how do I do this? Now, my pharmacist is at Walmart now. For those of you who do not have a Walmart in your country, they are worldwide, okay? They are throughout Asia, America, Canada. I don't think there's any place they are not. I mean, you over in the UK, they're in London and whatever, you know, they may not be Scotland and all of those things, all of those places. They may not be, I don't know. But anyways, they are worldwide. Being the fact that it's the same company, aka Walmart, I decided this would probably not be a big issue. They could look up my record and they could see, oh yeah, you know, she always gets them. This is the day she gets them. They have a nationwide database here. And that nationwide database literally tells anybody in the nation, in the country, who is trying to fill a narcotic level, okay, pain relief. It tells them when the last time was it was filled. So supposedly you cannot get, you know, any more than what you're prescribed, which that's fine, and that's what we want. But sorry, I'm looking for dogs. I'm freaky down here. It's just I'm like always afraid the little dogs especially are going to disappear on me. And I have one that's AKA sort of missing, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to call her in a little bit here. It's Stormy. I thought I heard her out here, but then it didn't seem like she is. So I don't know. They might have taken her with them. But the black lab is accounted for and the labradoodle, but those two are big. And then the two little ones that are also here. There's a poodle and a terrier. I think he's a terrier mix or something. I don't know, but he's adorable. They all are adorable. They're beautiful. And I'm a black lab fiend. Love my black labs. But anyway, so again, I digress. So I asked my pharmacist, I said, you know, this is what I'm doing. I'm going here. She said, yes, I see that you're going to be out. I said, okay, how do I handle this? Because I cannot be without the one medication. I said, you know, the other one I don't take all the time because it doesn't touch my main pain, which I don't know what my main pain is from. At this point, I have so many. I hope. Isn't that relaxing? I love those kind of wind chimes. I'll flip it around so you can see it in a minute. It's just so soothing. They're bigger. They're not the little tiny dingly ones. I can't stand those. They drive me crazy. But this is just so beautiful. So deep sounding. So anyways, so she says, okay, not a problem at all. All you have to do is call your doctor, ask your cousin or find the closest Walmart, call your doctor, and have her, e-file it, which they do all anyways for narcotics. Actually, they do it for all medicines, but I'm sorry, I'm trying to hold this, and I really do need the gimbal. I didn't realize how much I really rely on that. So she said, just call your doctor, have her e-file it early up to the Walmart there, and there should be no problem. They'll look it up, they'll see the history, they'll order it, and then you should get it in. And I said, okay. So my doctor did that. My doctor sent it in early, and I've been dealing with, you know, them flying, and it's very difficult for me physically to fly, just because there's a lot involved in movements and things that I can't typically do easily. So anyway, so I flew, I got up here, then we had my aunt's celebration of life service, and which was beautiful. And then we had to drive, I think it was, oh my gosh, honestly, I think it ended up like 8 hours. So we had to drive from there up here to Georgia. So I was in Mississippi, so I drove to Georgia. And after we drove to Georgia, on the way we also stopped at Buc-ee's, which is a really cool place. So we stopped at Buc-ee's. I got to walk around in there. I tried not to take too awful long in there, because they don't have carts, mobility carts to help you walk around. And I believe those actually ring in loving memory of my Aunt Mel. So when my uncle sits out here, somebody also gave them a bench that's just beautiful, because this was one of her favorite places to stay. She would sit out on the porch here, and she and my uncle lived here for quite a bit with them. They had their house back in Mississippi, but they lived quite a bit of time here with their one daughter and her husband. So anyway, so I did exactly as told. I called, I think the day after we technically got in. Yeah, because we drove on Sunday. So I called on Monday and I said hi, told them my name, asked them if they had my medication ready. Now, the whole reason why we did that is because the particular medication that I take, not only is it a narcotic, but it is an old narcotic. So a lot of the doctors don't even use it anymore, but it works for me. So I already went through one other time where the narcotic that I was using, absolutely, like, I loved it. It was wonderful. It worked for me so well. Everything's time released that I take right now, and it was then, but they stopped making it, evidently because the druggies could do something with it and make it stronger. I don't even know, but they did it because of the druggies. They stopped making it. Okay, so let me, I don't want to digress. So this guy says, so this is why we called it in early. A, because it's a narcotic. B, because it is also an old narcotic that a lot of the pharmacies do not carry. So I called, and I spoke to a guy, a pharmacist, and he was Indian. As a matter of fact, I know this for a fact because his picture was up when I went into that Walmart to shop a little bit yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. And Tuesday. I don't know what day. Every day's the same here, in a nice way. So he got kind of snarky with me. We don't have that. I said, okay, well, my pharmacy in Pennsylvania told me that was why, we sent it into you early. And to let you know, sorry, my sinuses are going crazy here. My pharmacist in Pennsylvania, also a Walmart pharmacy again, told me this is the way to do it so you could order it. We can't order it. And I'm like, okay. Then why would my pharmacist tell me you could? Because, again, you're the same company, okay? So this is Walmart Pharmacy. So I'm trying to keep my cool. I'm like, I get you, because I don't know if you know how far it is from Pennsylvania to Georgia. Pretty damn far, okay? So, you know what? I say kudos to anybody who thinks they're going to go from Pennsylvania to Georgia as a druggie to get extra narcotics and get handed them. I don't know. That's the only thing I can say. I mean, I guess there are certain doctors out there that can't, but you still go into a national database. This is what I'm saying. You still go into a national database. So it doesn't matter if, you need it or you want it or a doctor writes a prescription for it. If your prescription shows that you are not due, they will not give it to you. The pharmacies, and this is, all of the pharmacies in the country had to pay these huge amounts from lawsuits and this ticks me off, because of people whose loved ones were addicted because of the pharmacies. No, your loved ones were addicted because they abused it when they got it the first time. So they have an addictive personality. Not only do they have an addictive personality, they did abuse it when they got it. Yeah, you're right. Maybe we shouldn't be handing out narcotics for just a tooth pull or something like that. I didn't get them when I was younger as for getting your tooth pulled. You got your tooth pulled, you went home, they told you take a Tylenol or take 2 Tylenols or whatever. Okay, you didn't get narcotics. If it was wisdom teeth removed, honestly, back then they didn't even give anything much stronger than Tylenol. I just had that done. Well, not just, but a few years ago. But anyway, so your loved one, yes, they're an addict. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry. Okay? But it's not the pharmacy's fault for filling a prescription given to them by a doctor. But yet, none of the doctors got jack. Okay? The ones who have over-prescribed, I'm sorry, there are clinics technically set up that literally are known for handing out so much narcotic, as a prescription. None of those were affected. They're still out there. But instead they figured, we'll go after the pharmacy. So that's where the lawyers went. That's where the system went. That's where the government went. We're going to go to the pharmacies, and it's all your fault. Now, you know what? Damn you. You should not have filled a prescription called in by or sent in by a doctor. Really? Their job is to fill prescriptions. Most of the time, if they find that a particular doctor or a particular thing, as a matter of fact, there's one in Pennsylvania that I had gone to a few times for. He was a pain specialist who does send in more than he probably should per patient. Okay, that's the only way I can put it. So check him out. Check him out. At this point, because the pharmacies had to pay all this money due to a lawsuit, and all of these families of druggies who have died, and I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody with the word druggies, but that's what they are. They're druggies. I'm not. I'm somebody who needs a pharmaceutical. Okay? Huge difference. Huge difference. So these families get whatever. I bet the families barely got anything. Multi-millions. Okay, so every pharmacy in the country has had to pay this astronomical amount. Maggie the black lab is licking my leg. Now my other black lab at home does that, and I was just dying. I'm like, it's got to be a lab thing, because my mom and dad's black lab, well, they had a black and then a yellow, used to do that too. Used to lick you no matter what. So it's funny. But anyways, because these pharmacies, and no matter who they were, if they were a little tiny mom and pop, or if they were a huge pharmaceutical company in the country like CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens, and Walmart, those are the ones that I can think of off the top of my head. Those ones had to pay even larger amounts because they were the bigger companies. So it depended on the size of your company. So all this is going on, right? They've had to do this. Well, now because of this, the pharmaceutical companies are saying, oh, well, bad pharmacies. And the pharmaceuticals companies, I think, got sued. So let's ask you to come up with something that helps people. That when you hear that thump, the dogs jump every time. I turn every time. It's an ice machine out here. So the pharmaceuticals, let's ask you to do all kinds of research, create these things that are to help people in pain. And then after you do that, after you create these pharmaceuticals to help people in pain, then we're going to sue your butt because the doctors use them. Okay? And the families who have people who abused it when the doctors used them or prescribed them, then because they sued, well, bad pharmaceutical, bad pharmacies. Not bad doctor. Not bad adult, usually. I mean, it's very rare to have a younger person addicted to them, and that's because they are not prescribed them typically. And if they are, I believe it's not, you know, it is very, very, I don't want to use the word rare because I don't know that. But it is very, very minimal amounts that you will be prescribed as of a narcotic as a youth, okay? And I know this because my son actually had broken things before, and I was very adamant, you know, he doesn't need that much. You know, and I even, when we went to fill them. So, you know, again, too, it's you as a parent. You are a parent. So if it's your kid that's getting addicted, you need to figure out why. Is it because you allowed them to have way too many while they were in pain? Is that the reason? Or is it because he's buying them from somebody? Not uncommon now, and that's the problem. But here's the real problem. The people that are dying from them, the ones that are ODing, the ones that we need the nose spray stuff and all of that, that they require all of us who use the narcotic to purchase, or not purchase, but to get. Well, and you do purchase. I mean, you know, we get them through our insurance system, hopefully, if you have insurance, and if you don't, then you purchase it. You know, I don't even know where I was going with that one. But anyways, so, you know, is it because they bought them off the street? And they're great doing them off the street. They're fantastic. I don't know where the hell they're getting them from. I don't care. I really don't. I don't care. Because they're getting them and they're laced with fentanyl. Well, you know why? Because A, they're taking them and they don't have pain. So then these things work in a whole different way on your brain. They release endorphins, which are created to release endorphins for those in pain that hit the pain. Okay? I have never in my life, been on pain meds and high. Never. Do you know why? Because I have pain meds. Because I have pain. And they combine. I've never, it's rare. I have one pain med and I don't even get it. Because I myself am afraid that actually removes 99% of the pain. Maybe even 100, okay? And I won't get that unless I am absolutely dying and my regular pain med does not work. So this alone, this tells you, okay? So these people that are dying aren't dying because they got them out from Walgreens or Walmart or CVS or Rite Aid, okay? That's not why these people are dying. They're dying because they're buying them off the streets. And off the streets, they lace them with fentanyl because the whole reason for buying them is to get high. Okay? So now that everybody's fighting like hell to get medical marijuana, I get that, okay? I actually tried that as a way to handle my pain, doing a medical marijuana, and I don't smoke. So then it was, oh, well, too bad, you don't get leaf. Well, then it was like, wait, but you can get a vape. Okay, what part of I don't smoke do you not get? I don't want that in my lungs. I sit here today in a house where my uncle lives, where his wife died from lung cancer, and he has lung cancer. Okay, just one of his cancers. So, you know, I'm telling you, I don't want that. But here, no, that's the only way you can get it in Pennsylvania. You can't create well, you can create your own edibles, okay? They don't have edibles. They don't have anything other than, they've got a few tinctures, and that has only increased, okay? I stopped. I don't even need the medical marijuana. I don't even want the medical marijuana card because it served zero purpose. Half the time, if you finally found something that would work, oh, I'm sorry, that's not in stock now. The other half of the time, if you, it's one of the first airplanes I've heard around here, which is kind of odd because we're away from Atlanta, but no, we're a ways away. Wonder where they're landing. Oh, okay. Anyways, see, that's my brain. That's my brain on MS. That's my brain with no pain relief and no controlling of the MS, and honestly, it doesn't control the MS as much as it controls the pain, which then affects my brain. Sorry, I have a couple bug bites from here, and I keep itching my one arm. So, yeah, so basically what I'm at right now is I called every possible pharmacy. I will say the one pharmacist, now there was one in Forsyth? Forsyth. Forsythe. And that was the one that was really nasty, real cocky. Uh-oh, I think they might be coming home, guys. But anyways, the other one, a little bit further away, he at least helped me, suggested a couple of the pharmacies that might carry it. I hear one of them down a little further on the road, so that might be Stormy or the other one, Winston. I'm not sure. But anyways, so they're probably coming up there. They hear these guys like miles away. So basically the whole story ends with I have 0 pain meds. My uncle would like to stay here by himself one of the weekends that they have a wedding coming up. And he's not 100% by himself. I mean, there's people around and that, but and believe me, he's not by himself with the dogs. And those dogs, I love them. Oh my gosh, I love them. But you talk about protecting, you hear them barking now. And the big ones especially, oh my gosh, they've got a German Shepherd that's huge. They've got a Labradoodle that's huge. And they've got a Labrador that's not, she's not huge, but she's a good sized girl. And you don't want to mess. This is their house, so. But, and they don't want to leave him. And I understand that. I do. My uncle's not doing well. You know, they don't want to leave and then come home and he has passed. And he's been here by himself. So they're kind of busting his bananas. And he said, if you stay longer, you could stay with me. And I laughed and I said, you know, that sounds like a great idea. And I would do it. I would do it in a heartbeat. Except for, oh, wait, what? What? I'm treated like an addict. Because my medicine's actually past due now. And I'm trying to get it so I can survive and live in, you know, in a fashion that I'm not in horrible pain. In a fashion where it doesn't instantly make my brain turn to mushmelon, okay? From multiple sclerosis, from fibromyalgia, from rheumatoid arthritis, psoriatic arthritis, and Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which I didn't even know was still anything that would affect me because I have no thyroid. I had cancer, both sides. So 2 different separate operations, removing those. So anyway, so here I sit, a beautiful day. Well, I use this entire post. I'm just going to stop at this, but use this whole post as something to rant. And I apologize if that offends anybody. If it does, turn it off. I don't care. I really don't. I don't make money on this shit. So I could care less. But I do, you know what, if you are somebody that wants to stand up for others or help others, you know what, stand up for the people on narcotics, those that are on these things that the addicts are abusing. Because no matter how you look at it, addicts are going to find something to abuse. For God's sake, they started making, what is it, I think it's crack or meth, one of them, I don't know. But one of them out of these like horrible ingredients, horrible. And it's literally like the leftovers. One of them is literally the leftovers. I think that's crack. The leftovers from creating the cocaine. So the people with money can buy the cocaine, but the people without money have to go down here to the crack level, which is like the nasty residue left from making cocaine. That then, you know, the drug cartel decided, oh, check this out. You can still get high from it. Let the poor people do that. So, but anyways. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm sorry. They're going to find a way to get high anyways. They've already screwed it up for anybody who has actual pain, who lives daily with pain. They've screwed it up for people who need Sudafed, okay, or pseudoephedrine, I think is the actual drug itself. But there's a sinus medication called Sudafed, and they've screwed it up for them. Anybody, and I'm one of those too. I need the Sudafed. Now, before you can even get a package of over-the-counter Sudafed, that has the actual Sudafed in it, you need to show ID. You go in a, I don't know if it's national or state, but you go in a database and they say how many packages you've purchased. You got to use your license to get it. It's friggin' ridiculous. Okay, it's absolutely, this has gotten out of hand. We are allowing the addicts to take precedence over the regular citizens, and it's time to stop. It is time to stop. You know, I'm sorry, I should not go on vacation, should not want to extend my vacation, but can't because of pain. So it's where I'm at. It's where I'm at with it. And I love being out here. Although next week when I'm actually leaving, I will say that it's supposed to really spike as far as temperatures. So I'm kind of okay with coming home. But then my husband told me when I get home, I've got like 1 or 2 days, and then big temps are coming too. So, and my husband just messaged me that there's nothing at Walmart waiting for me. So now I have to call the doctor's office again. And this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This makes me feel like I'm the addict and I'm hunting for my own freaking medication to live on. Okay? So anyways, my rant's over. Why did I let that even get in my head? I don't know. I let it get in my head because I hurt, and I've been hurting for days, and I seriously... But anyways, okay. So if you want to stand up for somebody and you're in America, even I don't know if it's like this over in other places, but if it is, you need to stand up for people who really truly need this. And maybe you don't understand what it's like to live every day in pain, but let me tell you, it's not fun. I've been doing it for about 30 years. Ever since my MS was diagnosed. Yeah, for about 30 years, a little under. I hear a dog scratching. I'm not sure who. Come on, baby. Okay. Well, I'm going to go and I'm going to find the other dog. Make sure she is not stuck off the porch, because the little ones can't get in as easily. They go out easily. I don't know. But anyways, but stick up for those people, okay? Stick up for the people who really need narcotics. Narcotics, aka, which sounds like such a horrible thing now, right? So, oh, you're on narcotics. No, I'm on a pharmaceutical medication. I'm on a medication that helps me not have pain. So, it's not that bad, really. I'm not high. Even though technically they tell me I am not allowed to operate a vehicle while on it. Really? Really? So you don't understand how that medication works? Not my fault. Yours. Okay? Not my fault. Oh, wait. Do you know why? Because then the druggies who drive around high get in a wreck and kill your family. So, oh, now I see. Now you can't have that in your system. Oh, makes sense, right? No, it doesn't. If they don't have a prescription for it, they should hang. If they do have a prescription for it, sorry, I have a piece of hair that's flying, then, you know what? They're either over-medicating and high, and there has got to be a way. You can't tell me. I'm so sick and tired of this. They don't have a way to test this, to test that. Bullshit. Absolute bull. They don't want to spend the money, is what they want. So it's easier to just pass a law if you have it at all. Oh, you're a druggie. So, again, I'm letting myself get upset. And I need to stop, because this has been a wonderful vacation. I'm just upset because I have pain. So, all right. Peace out. I love you guys. Keep making memories. Hopefully they're better than this one that I made. But honestly, in a couple seconds, or a couple minutes, I'm going to hop back on and show you the views here. And just show you what it's like to sit out here quietly and listen, okay? And my mouth will be quiet too. Love you guys. Have a great day. And if you're dealing with this, feel free. Drop a damn line and say to me, you know what? I get you, because I'm there too. We can whine together. And if you're a druggie and I've pissed you off, good. Good. You deserve to live life pissed off instead of high. That's what you deserve, okay? So, peace out. Dogs are going nuts again. Need to check out why. Love y'all. Don't forget, every day is a gift. Tomorrow's not a promise. And today, you need to make some memories, okay? Because you won't always have everybody to make them with, or even yourself. You won't be able to make them, and your family enjoy them, and your friends enjoy them. So, I love you all, and you take care. Thanks for watching. Oh, thumbs up. Hit subscribe, please.